This is part 2 of an 80-mile loop out to the old 96 ranch. In last week's episode, you saw the trail turn suddenly from a leisurely desert drive to a rutted-out, steep pipeline road with deep ditches and slippery technical sections after years of rain and wind wreaked havoc on the road. Now, we're continuing on to find the ranch and all the pioneer history and oddities in the old 96 hills. If you're new here, I'm Savannah, this is Drew, and together with our two dogs, Pablo and Mateo, we live full-time in our self-converted Unimog 1300L ex-German military ambulance. We've been living on the road 8 years, first in our van, then a shuttle bus, and now our dream vehicle, the Unimog.
Good morning. Today we're going to be doing the south end of this loop, but first we're going to go check out this old historic cemetery before we continue on the road.
We found this route on Onyx, and I think it was rated somewhere around 2017. The north part that we did in the last video, if you didn't watch that, go back and take a look at that video. It has definitely deteriorated because it is nowhere near the rating that it was on Onyx. There were some really gnarly parts where I had to be out of the vehicle spotting Drew. It's just really clear the road has washed out. The weather has changed everything quite a bit. But now this south part that we're on, it's a nice, wide, huge graded road. And there's some really cool historic things out here that we're gonna stop and see today. So we're expecting an easy drive as far as off-roading is concerned. I think that's what's happening. I guess you never truly know. But like Drew said, we're headed to the cemetery now. This was a waypoint that was marked on the map, and we figured we would stop and take a look and see what was there.
Alright, there's this little stretch of pavement between the north and the south roads here, and the cemetery is actually off this road. We're almost there. Made it. Wow. This looks pretty old. Doesn't look very maintained, so that's fun. Let's go check it out. Pablo, you want to see it? Okay. Yep, Pablo's going.
Some of the graves are pretty new, but then kind of sprinkled in are some really old ones.
Yeah, let's go find the old ones. These ones look kind of new right here.
This person died in 2022. That person died in 87. I think there's some really old ones over here.
85, 82. Maybe it's not that old. I guess we'll keep looking.
This is a really cool headstone. Mother, Amy Latin. Died in 1912. It's a pretty old one. Saguaro fell on this one. Jesse Burnett died in 1917. I don't think he or she will be too upset about it, but it fell right over the grave.
Yeah. Dang.
The cemetery is interesting. There's some really old graves and then really new ones, and they're all mixed in. This one says Flora Belene Whitten? It's hard to read.
Yeah.
Flora, I think it's Bell Newton. I think that's where the T goes. Bell Newton. Born January 6th, 1889. Departed January 6th. She was born and died on the same day.
Oh.
She died on her birthday in 1954.
Oh, weird.
That is kind of spooky. Pioneer's school teacher. That's what it says. Look at this one. Hannah Young, Pioneer Lady of Arizona. Born in Santa Rosa, California, October 12, 1860. Died in Winkleman, Arizona in 1948. No date. Hannah L. Young, Pioneer Lady of Arizona. I like her. There's some symbols up on the right too. That is so cool. I think she asked for that to be put on her grave.
Maybe.
Or maybe somebody really loved her and thought highly of her when they made her gravestone, because you can see this is hand carved.
Yeah.
They called her the Pioneer Lady of Arizona.
Here's another old one. It's another one of these hand-carved Arizona Pioneer ones. AC Biddick.
There's all these symbols on the sides. These have been on a few of the graves. And Hannah Young's grave over there, which looks like it was made by the same person. And there's these symbols, like an upside down triangle, a dash, an X, an X/X. It's an S with a triangle at the bottom. If anybody knows what those mean, let us know, because it's kind of weird. All these symbols on the edge of the gravestone.
Yeah.
This was definitely worth a stop. It was very interesting to walk around all of these graves and see everything that's been left out in remembrance of all of these people. All right, back in the Mog and back on the road. The guys are ready.
Even the cemetery's kind of off-roading. Big ditch here I'm going in and out of. Alright, back to the dirt. Let's have some fun. I gotta change up the energy. It's a little too somber for me back there. This road right here is super easy and graded. I'm thinking it does that the whole way because we've been on the other end of this, but we'll find out. You never know. I think there's some kind of industry happening back here, because why are they grading this road so good? We'll see.
Wow, we are just cruising on this road. It is huge and almost perfectly flat. There's room for like 3 cars, like 3 cars wide. And there almost isn't even any washboard on this road. Wow, this is nice. Basically like we're on a highway.
It's almost better than pavement. Want to go too fast on these blind curves. Maybe somebody else doing the same thing. There we go. There we go.
We had to take a little break on the side of the road with Mateo because he was getting car sick. And honestly, I am too. This road is so flat and fast. We can go way faster than we normally do, but it's like a roller coaster. It goes up and down and weaves back and forth. And I don't really get car sick, and I was feeling it. So Mateo was starting to get a little nauseous. I thought he was gonna puke. He still might.
Okay, bud.
You take a little break? Get some fresh air?
Calm down for a sec.
Hi, Pablo. Pablo's never gotten carsick, but Mateo, he's gotten carsick 1 or 2 times in the past.
Alright, suck it up, kid. We gotta get back to the road.
Feeling better now? Alright, let's give it a shot. What's really crazy is while we've been driving, we've crossed into this terrain where the left side of the road is bright green and the right side of the road is tan and recently burned. So we're basically going through this dual colored landscape. It's really kind of trippy.
Yeah, like the road was like a moat barrier for that wildfire. Couldn't get across.
Yeah, it seems like the road stopped a wildfire and the whole right side burned and the left side was saved.
Yeah.
It's really cool looking.
Pretty interesting.
You can also see the superstitions in the distance. We were just over there camping. You can basically see the entire range where we were from this road.
Yeah, I've never seen this view from back here. You can see Weaver's Needle like way back there, Flatiron.
Very far in the distance.
That's pretty cool. I think I was supposed to go left there.
Oh, yep, that was a left turn.
Oh, gotta turn around. That's happened a couple times on this.
Oh, yep, missed the road. Oh, it looks like there's a triangle.
Oh, there's a little cut through here.
I can see on the map that we are coming up on 2 points that we marked. The first one, I hope we can find it, is a Crested Saguaro, which
nice.
If you don't know what that is, we will show you what that is. It's a really fun find when you see one. We've seen a few over the years. It's a very unique type of saguaro cactus. And then right after that, we'll be coming up on the Old 96 Ranch, which is the reason that this route is named Old 96 Ranch.
Yeah, it remains to be seen if we're going to be able to check it out or not. Kind of had mixed information. Said like maybe you could check it out, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure if there is a fence up or anything. Many years ago, you could go walk around the old ranch and explore everything, but I think there was a lot of vandalism, which is really disappointing, and so the owner has fenced it off. We're not really sure what's going on, but we're gonna find out. We found it. Right up here is a little parking area.
Oh, there's a little area parking.
It's a weird one.
We've seen a couple over the last few weeks here, but this one's really funky. It's like off to the side. Usually they're right at the top like a crown and not as big. Can't leave the cab without this guy or he just squeals at you.
It's true.
He forces himself into my arms. Okay, we're going. We've seen 3 of these Crested Saguaros in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, they're pretty rare, so we've gotten really lucky.
This one looks a little different. It's like off the side, which is interesting. Usually it's right at the top.
All right, let's go show you what a Crested Saguaro is if you've never traveled the Southwest and seen one. This is what it looks like. I was reading about these Crested Saguaros. They're really rare. We've seen a few of these guys recently and we're pretty lucky actually to see that many. But I was reading about them because we kept seeing them. And originally people assumed this was just a genetic mutation within saguaros, but they're still not really sure why this happens. Some scientists thought that it was from an injury to the saguaro, like a lightning strike, some sort of damage, and then it would grow in this weird way. So they don't really know why this happens, and the mystery makes it even better. It looks like a brain growing out the side of the cactus. This is a big one too. I don't know we've ever seen one this big.
Never seen one off the side like that. Though it looks like it might not be the healthiest, so glad we saw it before it falls over. Right, Pablo? The sponsor of today's video is Onyx Off-Road. The reason we're out on 96 Ranch today is we found this route on the Onyx app. Over the last year working with Onyx, we've seen that the amount of routes on the app have grown exponentially. Any area that we're in, we can almost always find a route that we want to do. We use the route building feature so we can plan out our trips ahead of time. We can see distances and elevation change, as well as mark waypoints that we want to stop at and check out. Probably one of the most useful features with Onyx is the ability to click on the land and see what type of land it is. So if it's public or private, and it can be really useful when you're planning your trip ahead of time in an area that you don't know. We use the elite level of membership with Onyx, so we have all the features available. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description below for 20% off. Now let's get back to the trail.
Driving up to the old 96 Ranch makes you think of all the vehicles over the last 90 years that have driven up to this property since it was built in 1936. Ranchers, cowboys, and travelers all traversing the harsh landscape of the 96 hills. The ranch consists of 642 deeded acres with many barns, outbuildings, and fences, only a few of which still stand today. While nature has certainly taken its toll, the original 1,600 square foot adobe house sits as the centerpiece to the property. But just as we were pulling up to the wall of saguaros that line the road, we started to see all the bright red no trespassing signs.
All right, here we are, the old 96 Ranch. The road is named after. Looks to be posted private property. So we're not gonna go in, but we can get a pretty good view from the road.
It's a shame this is posted now. Look at how cool this house is. It looks like there's been some damage to it over the years. There's bullet holes in the side of the building. It would have been really cool to walk around in there. Look at those big, beautiful windows. Well, there's no glass in them anymore. But that would have been a beautiful view out those 4 front windows right up onto this mountainside with all the saguaros. This would have been a pretty great place to live. I would have liked this. In 1936, what is life like out here in 1936? The original owners planted this wall of saguaros along the road leading into the ranch. And they're still here. They've lasted the whole time. What a great property. Views in the mountains, right next to a wash down here. Apparently there's a lot of things back there on this homestead. There's steps down to a cellar. There was a pretty intricate water reclamation system, I think it was, down in the wash there. We can't see any of that, but we can from the drone. They had the setup. They had everything they needed. You can kind of see back in the building too. There's these slatted walls back there. There's a pretty big fireplace, I think, too. All that we can really do here is walk along the road. It's pretty much fenced off following the road. But we can kind of stand at the fence and see what we can see from here.
Big old tank.
Yeah, big concrete tank right there.
And a steel one. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm not sure. That's just a guess.
All these things are just kind of skeletons of what they once were. It's hard sometimes to figure out what you're looking at.
Huh. I don't know what that's from. It's pretty big, but the fur style kind of looks like a coyote or something. That is strange. No thanks. I'll leave it. It's cool, you can see the old telephone lines. So they had power, maybe a phone, I don't know. Nowadays, you wouldn't need to waste your time with that. You just put a few solar panels up, generate more than enough power. Out here especially, so much sun. But yeah, at one time they were running a power line from the city somewhere. That was probably really expensive at the time to do that. I imagine even right now it would cost a lot of money if you were to be able to buy this property and run power. Yeah, I'd be doing solar.
There's a really old fireplace over there too.
Must be a different building there it's gone probably.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Looks like that was outside the foundation. Some sort of fireplace maybe to cook on or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if this was another house or a barn, or what it was. There's a lot out here. There's a lot of buildings, a lot of stables and yards, tons of fencing, water troughs. There's a ton of things. It was a really extensive property. Who knows when they added all of this stuff, but there's a lot now. It's kind of a shame that it's just decaying out here. That's about all we can see at this homestead. It's pretty cool though. It was definitely a look back into the past. It would be cool if somebody restored this property, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It was still cool to see it, and we could see a lot more from the drone. But I think it's time to head to our next camp spot. Make some dinner. Hungry.
Guys are getting hungry, so
They are.
probably will start getting loud soon. Why don't you, buddy?
Within an hour of their dinner time, they're trying to bark at us. So we're getting very close to doggy dinner. We have to keep going.
Okay, buddy. Let's go find a spot.
Okay. I think this spot will do. Man, so many cactus. Moose is definitely getting a couple scrapes out here, but that's how it goes.
We didn't really have a plan for where we were going to camp tonight. We just decided that we were going to drive down this main road, kind of zoom around on the map, see if we could find anything that looked obviously like a camp spot. And we found one. It looked okay, but we decided to keep going down the road, and we're so happy that we did because we found this spot. Look at how lush and beautiful this is. I mean, they're cholla and very spiky cactus, but they're still beautiful and very green.
Just watch out for that one in the corner.
That's a bad one.
Oh man.
Yeah, unfortunately we cannot escape the cholla out here. It's just a fact. We're not going to get away from it, so you kind of have to live with it for the time being. But this road that we came in on, you can see it behind me, there weren't even any recent tire tracks on it. It was completely bare. You could see it was an old road, but no one has driven down it in a really long time, I'm sure. We are definitely the first people to come down here in a long time.
It's about 3 roads removed from the main road.
Yeah.
It was like the graded road, the ranch road, the side road, and then another side road. And yeah, nobody's been through here. I got scratched by cholla, saguaro, and ocotillo on the way in.
The desert is dense out here, but that's the way we like it. This is so beautiful.
Pretty great.
We are the only ones out here for sure. We saw some campers down off the road we turned off of, but back here, I don't see anybody. This is pretty cool. One of the cooler camp spots that we've been in for sure.
These cholla don't quit. They got one in the tire there. Man, we've had them everywhere. They're very grabby. Doesn't take much. That one right there is kind of scaring me. Gotta make sure I see where I'm walking at night. Avoid the front driver's side of the truck at night if I'm walking around. Note to self, because that would be painful. Make sure I don't get this in my hand or foot. I gotta clear it from the premises. These things are so dangerous. Okay, it's off the main walkway. All right, settle in, figure out some dinner.
Get you. I'm gonna get you. Come here. Oh my god. Hi. We gotta get that energy out. Pablo wants dinner. Ready? Ready? You get scared of it? You get scared of it?
Quieto. Quieto. Siéntate. Siéntate. Freedom ain't free. Free always. Free.
I'm gonna get on the bed over here.
All right.
And apparently so is Pablo and Mateo.
Really?
You're doing dinner tonight, huh?
Of course. On the menu, potatoes. These ones, not you.
I love potatoes. Fire them up, dog. Purple onion, probably the best onion. I do like the yellow ones a lot too.
Wow, taking a hard stance on onions.
No, I go back and forth, the yellow and the purple. We're doing breakfast burritos. So I'm gonna make caramelized onions and then potatoes, basically like home fries. I think we have one avocado left too, which would be nice to finish everything with.
Onions are getting to Pablo. His eyes are watering.
Are they? Smell.
That smells so good.
Well, you know me, I cook with my nose. Just trying to figure out the most weird thing I could say. I cook with my toes.
Ooh, no.
It does smell good, doesn't it?
He is in it now, folks. He's lifting things up. He's stirring. He's pushing pots around. He's pouring things. He's in it to win it.
The only thing that slows me down is not having another skillet, because I could get this whole thing done in one go, because I have the other cooktop. So if I just had another skillet, I don't know where we'd store it. If I just had a second skillet. If I just had a second skillet, things would be grand. I could cook all day, I'd be that cooking man. If I had a second skillet, that'd be the plan.
It's been a privilege to watch you work here today, Drew.
I'm cooking a bus, a mug, and a van. That's called Second Skillet. It's off my debut country record. Country Fried Skillet treats. Beans are good.
Well, they're already set up. You set them up, but... The sun is just sinking behind that horizon line, and it is the best time of the day.
Did you give me a cerveza, por favor?
Can.
I'll trade you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very necessary. Now it's a proper evening in the desert. Oh, it's so much better with lime. So much better. The sun is almost gone already. It happens so quick. Those last few minutes of light out here, it's my favorite time of day. Even sunrise isn't exactly like the evening golden hour. It's just a special kind of golden warm light, and it goes so quick. It's almost already gone.
I think we're about ready to play it. I just gotta... We don't have any big tortillas. They're gonna basically be tacos. Just made it. Oh shoot, just making it.
It's not even quite down, it's about half down.
Okay, I can enjoy one taco. These are like between burritos and tacos. Oh wow. Dang, wish I would have got cooking like a half hour earlier.
This is Drew's breakfast taco creation. See that?
Mini breakfast burritos, because we don't have normal tortillas. So they're basically like tacos, actually.
Some of it spilled to the side here. Got mine all messed up, but it is still gonna taste great. Thank you so much.
You are welcome. There's a bunch more.
One of the best feelings is sitting at camp, finishing up dinner, and the tired feeling that sets in after a long day on the trail. You know you're in for a good night of sleep with all the windows open and a cool breeze blowing through the screens. Being able to experience the world through the eyes of its back roads is addicting. Once you get out there and feel the freedom, it's hard to go back. And if you've been out here, you know exactly what I mean. And if you haven't, well, you've been warned. One little taste, and we're still here almost 9 years later. The vehicles may change and the years go by, but the freedom of the road stays the same.
If I just had a second skillet, things would be grand. I could cook all day, I'd be that cooking man. If I had a second skillet, that'd be the plan. In a bus, a mug, and a van.